ladies, gentlemen, it's Noisyface.
That's me. And besides being Stitch today, I'm also going to start a new Sims challenge. Look, I'm having some struggles here, feeling what I'm doing, also keeping my camera in focus apparently. But this channel is about having fun. We like to have fun here on the Noisyface channel. I've really been wanting to play the Tiny Town challenge, but you know me, I gotta do it with a twist. So this video is all about how I'm gonna be playing the Tiny Town. Just kind of the setup, the rules, all that jazz. Let's jump in. First things first, gonna tell you where I build my tiny town. I'm aware that Deligracy built a lot that I can download and put in Henford on Bagley. I'm not gonna do that. I think the perfect place to build the tiny town is in Newcrest. So what I've done is I've downloaded a mod, which you can get online for free. It lets you run with a completely blank save file, because y'all know I like that. I like my own NPCs, except for the ones that have like canon stories now in our world, just because, you know, our playthroughs. But I figured, why not use the entirely blank town that The Sims already gives to us and build up in Newcrest. So kind of way that I envision this going is that you kind of put your houses here, maybe some houses here. This would be our town square, or maybe this, I don't know, one of the bigger lots, because we've got a lot to build on it. I kind of like this one by the lake. I really wish there was like a bigger lot here, but alas, there is not. Now another fun spin, no pun intended, I decided to put on this is to choose the characters that we're going to be using to build our tiny town, what they have to do for their jobs and all that, and we'll get to that in just a hot second as we break down the rules. But I decided to choose everything by random. I had a lot of different, which is like different.
Are you always this articulate?
I had a lot of options for who could be loaded into the town. That I also made like a wheel of jobs, a wheel of miscellaneous fun. I got this from Dicey. She had made one for kind of like a whole random playthrough challenge, and obviously with these we'd be taking out anything that would evolve your money or change your house style. And we did have the option for a couple people to have just kind of, you know, side hustle type jobs. And look, I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of times when I was rolling this, especially after I'd pick characters, that I'd be like, roll paranormal investigator, and I did not. But enough about that. It's time to go over the general rules, what everyone's going to start with, what they're going to have to do for their job, what their aesthetic is going to be, and, you know, the cast of characters. The basics. Of course, we're going to have a sim that's going to load into each lot. Each sim is going to have their own color scheme based on the character that they are. They're also going to have their own aesthetic, how we're going to decorate, their own way to make sweet cash money. And it wouldn't be a Noisyface challenge without some drama, some weird fun. In their house, they're going to have a special themed room. And then, of course, as we build the town square, they're going to have a contribution to the town square. My camera is never in a good place. Don't worry, I'll move it back so you can see everything, okay? Let's meet the cast of characters that is going to fill out this town. For the first tiny towner, I rolled a movie character, and I chose Neo from The Matrix because Uncle Pookie, your certified platinum paladin, would be sad if I didn't. His color scheme is, of course, green and black. He is going to be like a techie gamer. And for his job, I could not believe that I wrote for him to start a YouTube channel. Wheel of Drama, he's going to have a little robot science baby. And the special room in his house has to be the Matrix. He's going to start with a pea bush and a cooler, because you know your man got to eat. And since he's going to be running that YouTube channel, he gets a brand spanking new video station. Before I get to the second character, I do want to say I was a little upset with my wheel picker, because even though I had like a wider range to pick from of different types of people to load in, it would spin and then it would spin the same type of character again. Also, I apparently had like dudes on the brain. Because, you know, like, who doesn't? But our second Tiny Towner is another movie character. It is Corbin Dallas. His color scheme is orange and his aesthetic is futuristic sci-fi. He is going to be an entertainer. And his wheel of drama is to start a collection, which I decided would be space rocks. His special room in his house is going to be a garage with a car, get that taxi cab, and his contribution is to make that fully assembled spaceship in the town square. So I hope you like handiness, Corbin. P-Bush, cooler, man's gotta eat. He's an entertainer, and for some reason in my brain I just kind of pictured him playing a guitar, so that's what he gets to start. Our third Tiny Towner in the lineup is an anime character. It's your boyo, Edward Elric. His color scheme is going to be black and red. His aesthetic is a homey cottage first apartment, which I hope makes sense to you because it makes sense to my brain. He got barista, and I love that for him. His wheel of drama is to steal a spouse. The special room in his house is going to be a suit of armor to do alchemy in. He's going to have the cauldron, and he's got to put a giant suit of armor in the town square. Now, he's going to start, with a cooler, because again, man's got to eat, a nice bush to pee in, and because he is a barista...
Why do you keep saying it like that?
We're going to start him off with a bar. The fourth Tiny Towner is yet another anime character, and I just thought of Laios because he's the most adorable himbo on the planet. His color scheme, of course, is going to be gray. His aesthetic is kawaii, fantasy, castle. If that doesn't make sense to you, then you don't know Laios. He got a gardener, and I can totally see him growing all these little herbs to cook with. His wheel of drama he's got to hook up with somebody at the bar. Special room, of course, is dedicated to food and monsters. And his town square, he's got to put a grill and a place to sit down and eat. Man's got to eat, right? So he needs a cooler and a pea bush. Since he is a gardener, we're going to start him off with a couple of seed packets. The fifth Tiny Towner, we finally rolled a little bit of a shakeup and we got ourselves a Disney princess. I picked my favorite one, which is Merida. Her color scheme is, of course, red and blue. Her aesthetic is a castle full of bears. To get a job in horse competitions, which makes perfect sense, She's gonna have to build a servo, which makes no sense to me. Her special room is gonna be a throne room with tapestries. Sorry, this slide apparently just loaded them all in at once. And her town square contribution is, of course, a bear. Now, a lady's gotta eat, right? So she needs a pea bush and a cooler. Since she's going to enter horse competitions, of course she's going to have a freaking horse and all the stuff to take care of it. We're getting prairie grass, okay? Right back to the spinning shenanigans. The wheel gave me yet another Disney princess, and I thought of Elsa of Arendelle. I know she's a queen now, don't question me. Her color scheme is blue and white. She's gonna have an aesthetic of blue and white, and I don't know why it says that, but yeah, her aesthetic... which I just realized the word has been spelled wrong this entire time. Her aesthetic is going to be, ice castle, ethereal type. Oh, there it goes. I did fix it. For her money, she's going to be a romance consultant. Don't be marrying guys you just met the same day, maybe. Her wheel of drama is that she gets to kidnap someone. Her special room is going to be a snowman room. Elsa wants to build a snowman, and she's going to put an ice rink in the town square. I'm sorry, I apparently completely forgot to put a slide in here explaining that Elsa also gets a pea bush and, a cooler, which is the shocker. I forgot the word for it for a second there. And then to start out with, because she is a romance consultant, she gets...
nothing! You lose!
The seventh Tiny Towner we spun famous person, and I thought of Edgar Allan Poe. So his color scheme is, of course, going to be black and white. He's going to have a gothic aesthetic. His job is to be an educator. His wheel of drama is that he has to attend a fair or a festival. He wants to go to the festival. He's going to have a spooky little writing nook in his house. And he, of course, is going to add a library as his contribution. Edgar Allan Poe also gets nothing to start with. But when I get the Life and Death expansion, I will go ahead and get him a pet raven, because every goth boy deserves a pet raven. Now, as I was making this, I completely forgot that when we load them in, they do get a tent to sleep in. So just kind of keep that in mind. But our last and final sim here in the roundup is a book character, and I chose Murph from the Dresden Files. She's a badass, okay? She doesn't really have a color scheme that makes sense to my brain, so Murph is what Murph does. Her aesthetic is definitely cottagecore, old lady vibes. Her money is culinary, which would have been better for Laios, but whatever. Her wheel of drama, she has to have a house fire. And the special room in her house is going to be her little detective office. Her town square contribution is, of course, a church. She's going to start with the necessities, all that Murph needs to survive. And because she's going to be in the culinary career, again, she gets nothing. Now, I did make the full cast of characters in cast today, but I'm not going to show them to you. I kind of want to we're going to get to know them, see their outfits and things as we play with them more in Tiny Town. I hope that you're looking forward to this series. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.